What's up YouTube? My name is Uncle Smokey, and this is Uncle Smokey Stock Trades. And before I start this video, I would like to say, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So please take what I say with a grain of salt, and do your own DD. Alright, so I decided to put this at the very beginning of the video, just because I totally forgot to put it in the middle of the video, which I don't know how I did because I just spent like 2 hours breaking this entire interview down and pulling out a few sound clips for you. So these to me are the most important parts of the video, talking about mainly where the company has come from, some of the things we've been doing, and where he plans on going with the company in the very near future. Also talking about a little bit about NovaCore, and also basically the very last statement he made in the entire interview, saying that we're basically at a ground level, base camp. Base camp is what the words he used. So, and I absolutely agree. This is base camp. This is ground zero, and it's a launching pad from where we're going. Okay, talking about how we're going to be in the medical field, the automotive industry, so many things, 5G, you name it. So go ahead and listen to these few clips. If you didn't get the opportunity to check out the entire video, unfortunately, my quality wasn't the best. However, I do know Sterling did stream this, and it's going to be on his channel. So if you would like to go see the entire interview, go watch Sterling's video on his channel. He's got the whole thing. So yeah, enjoy the video, guys.
So Meta is an advanced materials nanotechnology company. So what we do today is we use nanotechnology and the benefits of nanotechnology to enable very large cross-functional and cross-industrial organizations, from aerospace to defense to medical to energy, consumer electronics and automotive. Really, the opportunity here is for us to offer advanced materials that do three things. They protect, they detect, and they connect. And these properties are added as a value proposition to existing products or rethinking new, entirely different product lines. We have had a great, incredible journey, starting with aerospace and moving on to a number of new industries. As you mentioned, there's been some recent news. In fact, yesterday we closed and spent about a $90 million acquisition to close a company called Nanotech Security Corporation. They grew as well. They have a production facility in Thurso, Quebec that is capable of producing about 7.5 million meters square of nanostructured films, with an R&D office in Burnaby, basically British Columbia. So all of a sudden Meta is coast to coast in Canada. We do have operations in California and Silicon Valley with an R&D office there. And our original office, where we all started from, was actually London, UK. And I feel that without InnovaCore support, we would not be here today. So I think that an early stage VC that is investing in cutting-edge technology, this is kind of the profile that InnovaCore has built over the years. And they are really looking for unicorn-type investors, investment opportunities, I mean. So in particular, InnovaCore has had the patience to see through their investment. We were looking for strategic investors, and in September of 2020, we had multiple potential strategic investors at the table. And at that time, we were introduced to the chairman of Torchlight. The chairman initially approached us, I thought, was going to be a potential investor in our Canadian company. And it turned out that they were also looking for strategic transactions, which was to basically take the company towards a clean tech ESG type of play. And the reason was that earlier in the year, in around March and April, people will remember that the price of oil went negative. So we together came up with a concept that we could basically have a 75%, 25% deal, which would allow all the Torchlight shareholders to maintain the assets and giving basically a dividend to them, and we would gain access on the NASDAQ. So it was going to be a win-win situation, and that's what we executed. So fast forward to today, that risk paid off. We ended up having no debt on both sides, raised about $150 million. And as you have seen, I have been efficiently deploying that capital. We acquired using about 70 million US yesterday Nanotech Security Corporation, which on Friday announced a $52 million purchase order from and a relationship with a confidential central bank that is already, let's say, paying off some of the capital that we have deployed. One thing that I wanted to mention, maybe, Amanda, at this point, which is related to the question, I feel that we have just reached base camp, where we have been equipped with the tools to now climb Mount Everest and reach the summit. And it's just the new chapter for us. There's no exit for the founders. In fact, what has happened this year is just re-energize the entire team. We have some of the most hardworking, dedicated people that you have ever met. And as you can see, we're really going after big markets. 5G, we just won an award on Monday from Lux Research. We're very proud of that. And the automotive industry, where we have incredible plans that we will be an active enabler of the next generation in electric vehicles and bringing materials that provide incredible performance benefits. So the future is really, like, we're just scratching the surface, and having a 7.5 million square meter production is just now what exactly we needed to accelerate our business plan.
Today we're going to talk about ticker symbol MMAT, Metamaterials Inc. We're going to break down the TA. We're going to look at the options chain. We're going to go through both Ortex and Fintel. I'm going to do a quick review over the interview today that unfortunately I didn't get to watch live. I was at work and we were super slammed, but I was able to watch it after work. I did record it. It's not the best of quality, but I'm going to go ahead and play some audio from it here a little later anyhow. Plus, we're going to talk about a little bit about this Divi news, possible Divi news. So let's go ahead and just break down into the video. So today we opened up the day at $5.09. We had a high of $5.23, a low of $4.95, and yes, it hurt me to say that. And we closed the day out at $4.99. That is down 5.31% on the day, and we did that all on 6.93 million in volume. Now, that is the lowest day in volume we have seen since the merger has happened. The previous lowest day was on 9/21, and that volume was 7,070,000 and a little bit more. I do want to let y'all know that there was a ass load of shorting that happened today. In fact, Fintel shows a little over half in just the dark pool volume alone. And remember, that doesn't include anything else. That's just dark pool. That's just FINRA, okay? So, yeah, we got pounded on today. Absolutely slaughtered. And there's a few reasons on why it could be. A couple are speculative. A couple are probably a little bit more likely. But I mean, from what I can tell, it was just another day in the shorts neighborhood. They just beat on us. And unfortunately, because we've been in a downward channel, which you can see right here, it makes it a lot easier for them to pound on us. Anytime that a stock is moving in a downward trajectory or it has downward momentum, it makes the short position simple to be had because they can easily move in and out of it. They can actually move into the position and cover the position very, very fast. And again, makes it capable for the market makers and the hedge funds and the people who like to short stocks, makes it easier for them to drive it down. Because it's already going down. You know, a ball rolling downhill is very hard to stop. Same exact situation. Now you will notice that here in the 30-minute scale, zoom in a little bit here, it looks like the histogram has started to go green again. We're not dealing with big bars or light bars, but we are in the after hours. We are showing the MACD line is back over top of the signal line, and they're both moving up. They're going upwards. Now the RSI is currently pointing down, but that's nothing to really worry about too much at the present moment in time, because we are in the after hours and of course the pre-market next. Okay, so we're moving into the 1-day scale, and in fact I'll go ahead and show you where I was talking about our lowest day was. That was 9/21. It was the day after we hit Sterling's mark, the second time. So yeah, that was the second lowest volume day. After that, we basically just made a major bull run, basically leading us to this major correction that we've experienced. And you'll also notice that when we had this low volume day, we were below $5. All right, so I'm gonna take it as that we've basically made a complete retracement from the beginning of our bull run after Sterling's bounce. And I know I'm just trying to keep you guys' minds at ease. So I'm going to stop piddly fucking around with it. Today was a shit day. It really was. It sucked. I was able to look at my Webull account on my phone about 3 times. The first time I was angry. The second time I was really angry. The third time, I just said screw it. There's no need to be upset about this type of stuff. First and foremost, we're not trading the stock. None of us. If you're watching my video, there's a really good chance that you're holding this thing until $20, $30, $40, $50. The vast majority of us are probably going to hold this a heck of a lot longer than that. So what's the point in even looking? Why? Why are we worried about this little 5% drop? We're just barely under $5. We're holding an amazing level of support up here, still above that 476 mark. And look at how far we've come. Still, I will always say, when in doubt, zoom out. We have come from $2.80 to $5. We're still doing outstanding, guys. There's absolutely no reason to be upset. It's just, it is what it is. We're in a very big downtrend, and there's nothing any of us can do about it, unless we've got some big whales that are listening to me right now. Do you guys want to go in and start buying a whole bunch of stock? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. However, that would be about the only way it would go up, would be more buying pressure. As of right now, there's a lot of short pressure. Now, I'm not going to say that it's all selling pressure, because it's not. In fact, if you go and you look at the order flow, there's actually more buyers than there were sellers today. So it's not all selling pressure. Of course, this is the stock market. There's going to be sellers, but when there's sellers, there's buyers. So the way this would generally work is in a downward trend. The way it's happening is as people sell it, so say they sold it at 510, the person who bought it at 509. And then if they sold it at 508, then the next person bought it at 507, and it's going to steadily walk it down. And unfortunately, this is people that are entering and exit the positions that really don't know what they're doing. A lot of that is new traders that are jumping out on FOMO, and another person is having the ability to pick those shares up. And unfortunately, those shares that they're picking up at a cheaper rate are short positions. Okay, so that is a big explanation on why we will see this. A negative 4.38% on the day, because let me get back to it, as the sell-offs were happening, and I shouldn't say sell-offs, this was a short, this is a major short, that triggered a stop loss or two, I'm sure. As that started happening, these short positions would start to cover just slightly. And again, these are never going to, I'm not talking about torch shorts. I don't want anybody to think I'm talking about torch shorts. I'm talking about the shorts right now, meta shorts, metamaterial shorts. The torch shorts we don't talk about. Okay, that is once dividend has been put out, or spin off, whichever way it goes, has been done. That's when Torch shorts come out. What we're talking about is these shorts, the meta shorts. And when they start doing these stop losses and these quick trades are happening because paper hands don't know what's going on. Oh my God, it dropped below $5. This was a stop loss. I promise you that. It dropped below $5. I'm going to sell, 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 sell. And then these shorts pick it up and buy them at a lower rate. And it only drives it up this far before they start dicking around with it again. I'm sorry, I'm cussing a lot in this one. I apologize. I got kids that watch this video, and I do apologize. I'll make sure that I put a little censor thing in the beginning of the video to cover your ears and stuff, because I'm not editing another one. All right, let's just keep moving on. Let's get past this. Let's go to the options chain, which I have not yet looked at. Wow, holy cow. So we still had a lot of bullish movement here in the options chain. In fact, the $6 strike for the October 15th, it has increased even more. Even though we've pulled back off of it, it's built up a little bit more open interest. Also, it looks like down here in the November 19th area, we've built up a little bit more down there as well. Still a very bullish day as far as it goes overall. 9,000 calls, 1,300 puts. Implied volatility is at 133.5%. Let me think math real quick in my head. It's still like 80-20 roughly. Maybe 70-30-ish. Yeah, no, 80-20, 10,000 calls. Yeah, okay. Hey, you guys know I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not a smart ape. I eat crayons. I'm smooth-brained. Only have maybe 1 or 2 wrinkles. There it is. All right. Internet. Or text. All right, we were here just a second ago. We're going to cover it again. Let's hit refresh in case anything has changed. I don't think it has. It has not. All right, so a negative 4.38% short interest change today. Now, every single morning, I do put out a briefing from Ortex and Fintel on Twitter and StockTwits. Been getting really good with it, too. And this morning, you'll notice that the estimated short interest was 31 million, showing that they did return actual short shares. It was not just borrowed shares like we have talked about before. So they did return 7.4 million shares. Only about half of those were short positions according to this number. And they did borrow an additional 2.8 million shares, showing only a return of about 2 million shares. Boom. Okay. Current estimated short interest percent of the free float is 12.57. And keep this in mind, guys. That is still very high. It's not 20%, it's not 30%, it's not 50%, and we don't want it to be. Again, the more, and you'll notice if you look at CEI, PROG, FAMI, really any of these BBIG, any of these meme stocks that are out there getting pummeled right now, when they've got that really high short interest percent compared to the free float, all eyes are on them. And yes, that means there's buying pressure, but that also means there's shorting pressure. And what you'll notice is that over the last couple of days, most of those stocks have taken a terrible hit because they've got really high short interest, and these shorts want to drive the stock down even lower to try and exit their positions. Well, in this situation, the vast majority of the shorts are all up here. So yeah, they're going to try and drive it down, but the heavier portion are over here on this side of the merger where the Torch shares are. That's where the big stuff's at. That's what we want to see. So this stuff here, yes, that you're seeing a small return, don't worry. This is going to all work itself out. They're going to borrow all these shares back. They're going to short them all back into the market, but they're not going to do it right away. It's going to take a couple days, I would bet. In fact, I'd be willing to bet we might see a little bit more of this in the very near future, unfortunately. But who knows? I could be totally wrong. I was totally wrong today, and I do apologize for not giving a bear prediction. I blame myself for this terrible red day. Utilization still sitting at where it was, 92.4%. Cost of borrows at 8.61%. Days to covers at 2.19 days. Current shares on loan are 44.48 million, and that is 19.2%, 19.23% of the free float that is currently on loan. These numbers will all change tomorrow, and of course, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and on StockTwits, and you'll get this updated information tomorrow. As far as it goes to the average number of days on loan, if it will come up, We are currently sitting at 21.30 days. So very small change in the days on loan compared to how many shares were changed over these last few days. Next spot's going to be Fintel. So here we go. You know, first thing before I do any of that, we talked about this the other day, the DE1TO Metamaterials, DE1TO1 Metamaterials, and then this, and then this. All right, so this is obviously the Torchlight preferred stock, okay? This is the American Metamaterials. I believe this one is the German Metamaterials, and this one is the French Metamaterials. And if I'm wrong, then this one is the German Metamaterials, and this one is the French Metamaterials. But that's exactly what those are. I was right yesterday when I said it. These are the other exchanges that we trade on. Not to worry in the least about that. Also, I do want to show you while we're on this page, we do have a new owner, IFP Advisors Inc. They currently own 2,357 shares, which is absolutely bullish because this company here is them. Built by us for you. We are a full-service broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, and insurance agency. Everything we do is with financial professionals and their clients in mind. A small little position like that is not going to be a short position. That is going to be a long position that they are invested in, and they do feel that something is going to happen in the future, and they want to capitalize on it. All right, and they might even increase their position over time, man. It's just how things work. They companies like this, that's what they do. They buy in, and they buy in. All right, back to the short interest part. Let's scroll down here. I'm still lost on all of this. This data doesn't seem to add up at all to me down here below, and you'll see. All right, so we're currently at 53 out of 100 on the short squeeze score, so we've moved up just a smidgen more again, making those small steps back in the upwards trajectory. Fintel is currently showing 1 million shares available. Let's hit refresh just to make sure. 1,100,000 shares available. This is as of 36 minutes ago. And this is from a leading prime brokerage, but as we know, we can basically take this across the brokerages. That is kind of just the way it is. They're all usually right around the same as far as it goes with these numbers in here. They could be all slightly off too, though. What do I know? Current short borrow fee rate through Fintel is 5.4%. And here is our short volume data from dark pool exchanges. So according to FINRA, the FINRA dark pool short volume is at 55%. So half of the volume that rolled through the dark pools was short volume alone. Now we know that we had a super small day of 6.9 million in shares traded. However, or a volume, I should say. Well, yeah, shares traded. However, that right here is over half, and over half is short. I mean, it's absolutely insane, and it's not a wonder on why the stock just plummets. I'm flabbergasted every single day. Every single day I look at these numbers and I see it. We're at a grand total today of 60% short, and that is just on these few. Just these few. Imagine all of the other stuff. I mean, it's insane. All right, and so here is our short sale transaction data. Nose is itching. So yesterday, this is all yesterday's numbers. 93 transactions. That's it. 227,000 shares shorted for 1,174,000 total dollars shorted through FINRA, or through Fintel. And this is only transactions of $5,000 or more. And remember, this is only reported transactions at the same time. So this isn't all of them. This is just some of them. But yeah, I don't think this is the right information, and it's not Fintel's fault. I don't think it's all been reported. Of course not. Next. This is something that popped up on Twitter. again, I've been busy all day with work and I don't know much about it. This is not showing up on mine. In fact, I'm going to put right on the screen what mine looks like. It still says TBA, to be announced, the Torchlight preferred shares. That's what it says. It has not done this yet, but this is super cool. I don't know what it is. It could be the beginnings of something for the dividend. It could just be a bunch of companies are switching it over to say Metamaterials Torchlight preferred shares. I don't know. But we're going to find out soon enough, right? Right. And last thing I want to cover is this thing right here. So I just got this in the email today. I'm sure anybody who is subscribed to Metamaterials got this as well. Basically stating that they are going to have 2 investor conferences in October. One is on the 14th. The other one is on the 13th. And I don't know if I'll be off. If I'm off one of those 2 days, I am going to try and go live. I got a second monitor set up over here, and I've been working on this OBS system. So if I could figure it out by then, maybe I'll go live. It'll be awesome. So yeah, I can't wait. Really, I can't. I've been itching to go live to do something with one of these, and I just haven't been able to. All right, so the last thing we've got to do is talk about my prediction. All right, so the first thing we need to talk about is the bear prediction. And I'm not going to skip it again because, like I said, I blame myself for today's downward action because I didn't give my bear prediction. Here's what we got for bear prediction. Ultimately, what we're going to see if we go bear tomorrow is going to hopefully be a test of Sterling's line. Yes, I said it. We're coming all the way down to 476. It's been a very strong level of support twice now. Let's hope it holds up as a third test. I don't think it'll take long to get down there. If we go bear, I would expect to see us go immediately to the 490 mark, probably breaking through that relatively quick, immediately go into the 480 mark. Well, no, let me say it. We'll take a quick pause at 485, then to the 480 mark. After we break through that, we would bounce hopefully off of 476, making an immediate return to the 490 to 495 channel, trading through there through the lunch hour to hour and a half, and then hopefully volume stepping in and getting us back up into the $5 channel, finishing us off up here in the $4.95 to $5 range. And that would be a full bear prediction for tomorrow, finishing close to green. I don't want to say we're going to finish green on a bear prediction. We've had a bad last few days. Now, again, we're really relying on this green line down here, Sterling's mark. He's called it out a couple of times, and it has been spot on. I'm calling it out now. Still is Sterling's mark, but I'm calling it out now. 476 is the dot. I hope we see a launch off of that. Now, with the bull prediction, first and foremost, we need volume. We need a lot of volume, and not just any volume. It needs to be buying volume. Okay, we break out at $5 immediately in the morning. We push straight to the $5.10 mark. We're going to bounce off of that a little bit, coming back right back up to it, breaking through. If we get back through $5.10, I see $5.20. $5.20 is going to be a very crucial level for us as we are down below it again. If we can crack through $5.20, $5.30 to $5.35 is going to be the channel that's going to be our next serious level of resistance. If we can get past this level tomorrow, and again, we need absolute loads of volume to do so, you're going to be looking for the 550 mark. Beyond 550 will be 560 to 565. After that, it's 575, basically 585, $6, and so on and so forth. I don't foresee us going that far, that high, that fast. But if we do, great. I'll take it any day of the week. 610 would be beyond that. 620 to 635, and we could just keep going. 655 being ultimately the biggest level of resistance we have seen right there. All right, yeah, so I think that's what I've got for you guys today. Hopefully this didn't drag on too long and people actually sit here and watch the video for the full length of time. If you do, like, subscribe, do what you got to do. Make sure that you share this video with your friends and family. Make sure we comment in the comments below for the algorithm. And with that being said, that's all I got. Peace.